All right, guys, welcome to the Steel Mindset. Today's topic is 3 factors in the early exposure to darkness. Now, before I go any further, I want to shout out 411 Outdoors, specifically Daniel, for the inspiration on doing this video. He had put out a video called "How to Protect Our Children from Predators," and I'll definitely leave a link to that episode because he did a great job, and it kind of inspired me to kind of break out into this topic that I've been thinking about for a while, but he kind of just gave me that extra push to kind of get moving forward. So I thank him for that, and I thank him for the inspiration for bringing this to you guys. So this topic I am discussing today will be a two-sided argument for most. But I believe, especially in today's state of society, it needs to be addressed and discussed and taking action to. Listen, as a parent, I can understand in trying to hold on to the innate innocence of your children, however possible. Never wanting them to grow up, always wanting them to view life through rose-colored glasses. You want to have your kids hold on to the brightest picture of the world. We want to preserve that light for as long as we can. But listen, guys, as an adult, as a parent, as an individual who is part of society and keeps up with the world, we know there is darkness in the world. There are bad and evil people out there. They have intentions of causing harm, destruction, and malice to us without regret and without the consideration of age or gender. If a parent or guardian chooses to shelter their little ones from that darkness, that same darkness will be that much more shocking and damaging to the innocent mind that has no realistic understanding of evil, ignorance, and malice operating in our lives. On the other hand, is it wise to leave a child to make it on their own way entirely, making no effort to educate, make aware, and prepare a child from the dangers of this world? Well, you know what? This is like throwing them into open water without a life preserver. This can stem into other conversations to other videos on this topic, but let me share for now 3 important factors to consider if you make a conscious decision to expose our young ones into the darkness of this world, and how I think ultimately they will be able to easily see the light and goodness that can and will triumph over it. Firstly, it should be proper age-worthy discussions. I would say somewhere around after 10 years old, a child can start to understand the real world around them, and they can differentiate between a playful child's TV program and real life. And they need to know that trust, yes, trust is a valuable gift that should never be given to anyone that is not part of their inner circle of trust, that we as parents and guardians should teach them at an early age. Every child is different, so we need to use strong, thoughtful, and sensitive communication skills with our kids to convey that there are dangerous people that they can encounter as they get older and start being by themselves more and more when they are away from us. Now, never trying to scare them or discourage them. That's not the objective here, but more to show them the difference between good and evil in this world. They need to understand what to embrace and simply what to avoid. They need to be aware of how to be safe. They need to learn what crimes people commit. In a proper manner, they need to know what is a child predator and why they are so dangerous. And they can be almost anyone. They need to understand how they function and how they can manipulate a young child's mind so that they are better equipped in identifying danger, hopefully, and God forbid, before it happens. Even if news is bad at times, they need to be aware of what is going on in the world. But discussion is the key factor in this. Always, always invite questions. Invite questions from them. Help them to understand what they are being exposed to so that they are more prepared to handle it if they are exposed to it when you are not with them. Help them to be more strong-minded and aware of violence and why and to whom it may happen to. Help them to always remember the words and advice you give to them as a beacon in dark times. It will help them when you are not around. Listen, listen guys, some of you may not agree or may feel I'm being too aggressive or believe a child should find out about these things in later years naturally on their own. Well, I'm sorry, then you are not in tune with the current world with me. But hey, to each their own. They will be exposed to it, unfortunately, on social media at a very young age. So as a parent, as a guardian, it is our responsibility. We need to keep our lines of communication open when topics and situations that they are exposed to arise. We need to gently expose a child at an appropriate age, very important, to the dangers of the world outside of their safe haven of home. Well, it's supposed to be. You will be helping them to build a coping mechanism, to be mentally acute, to be aware of their surroundings, to learn not to give trust away to just anyone. This, I firmly believe, will help them to learn how to protect themselves and hopefully avoid situations. Remember, knowledge and preparedness is the key at any age. I firmly believe that we are taking a strong step in protecting our kids, which is our duty and our responsibility, by keeping them sharp, aware, and educated of the darkness of this world. A young person cannot understand, relish in, and enjoy the beauty and luminescence of light without understanding darkness as well. There cannot be light without darkness. I hope you enjoy this, and I invite respectful conversation and insight. And until the next video, everyone, go out and live your best life. Peace and bless you all. Ciao.